Ranger. Hi-Yo Silver! A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-Yo Silver. The Lone Ranger.
Mr. Scott wants to have another talk with you, Dobie.
I figured he might. You Wells Fargo people never give up, do you?
No, we don't. For the last time, Dobie, where did you hide that money?
For the last time, I'm not going to tell you.
You're going to hang 2 days from now, Dobie. You'll never get a chance to use that money.
You're not going to hang me, not when it'll cost $50,000.
The law doesn't care whether it's $50,000 or 2 cents. You kill Ned Rich and you're going to hang for it.
If I do, your company will never see a penny of that money. You know that, don't you?
Well, that's why I'm asking you to do one decent thing before you die. Now, tell us where you hid it.
First, you try to force me to talk. When that didn't work, your company offered a reward. Folks dug from one end of Stone Canyon to the other. But that didn't do any good either. So now you're appealing to my better nature.
That's right, Dobie.
Well, I got bad news for you. I don't have a better nature.
The man you killed left a wife and 3 children, Dobie, and they're hard up.
So what?
Tell us where you buried the money, and I'll fix it so the widow and kids get the reward.
Well, put that to music and I'll bust into tears.
It's going to be a pleasure to hang you.
Sheriff, perhaps if I could talk to him
Talking
alone.
won't get you anywhere with this buzzard. You heard what he said.
I know, but he couldn't have meant it. There's some good in everyone.
You should have been a parson instead of a Wells Fargo agent.
Well, one can be a businessman and still be a good Christian. Now, let me talk to him alone.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. My boy, you mustn't be bitter. You must realize what the loss of this money will mean to the community.
What's the deal?
I finally located Scar Wilson. He's going to spring you.
When?
Today. As soon as the new deputy goes to lunch.
It's about time.
Look, I had to be careful. It took time to find the right man.
Well, just don't go figuring on a double cross unless you want Enright to know you hired me to rob your own company.
Not so loud. Double cross. Why are you so suspicious? We're in this together, aren't we?
Don't pull that Holy Joe act on me. If you thought you could get that dough without me, you'd do it, Buster.
Oh, I pity you, Dobie. Always looking on the unpleasant side of everything.
Around you, that's the only way to stay alive. But when do I pick up the money?
As soon as Scar springs you. And to be sure that I receive my share, he'll go along with you to Stone Canyon.
Now who's getting suspicious?
Suspicious? No, I'm just careful. Now, we've talked enough. I'm sorry you feel that way about it, Anderson.
That's exactly how I feel. Hey, Sheriff, come get this psalm-singing puffball out of here.
No luck, huh?
I'm afraid he's truly a lost soul.
I could have told you that in the first place.
I never knew a man to be so heartless.
Come back anytime. You know where to find me.
Look at those holes, Tonto. I wonder why anyone would dig up the ground like that.
We not hear of gold strike in these mountains.
Prospectors don't dig those kind of holes.
Ashes left from many campfires, Kimasabi.
Let's take a look.
Some holes deep and some holes shallow. What people dig for?
Whatever it is, they must have found that these holes were dug some time ago.
This one not old, Kimasabi. Dirt around edges still loose.
You're right, Tonto. Those are fresh footprints.
Someone still try to find what people dig for.
Yes, I wonder what...
You all right, Tonto?
Where shots come from?
That rock over there. Come out from behind that rock. We've got you covered. Come out with your hands up or we'll come after you.
Aren't you a little young to be carrying a gun?
I'm 13.
Even so, a gun's nothing to play with.
I wasn't playing. I shot at you because you're a bandit.
Him wear mask, but him not bandit.
Even if I were, you shouldn't have shot without warning.
The bandit who killed Dad didn't give any warning.
I'm sorry about your dad. What was his name?
Rich. Ned Rich.
Sheriff Enright's deputy?
Did you know him?
I've met him. You must be his oldest girl. Is your name Susan?
Yes. Say, Dad told me about knowing a masked man. Are those silver bullets?
Would you like to see for yourself?
Golly, mister. If I'd have known it was you, I wouldn't have shot. I'm sorry. Honest, I am.
You be more careful next time.
I sure will, mister. May I have my gun back?
Bullet break gun.
I'll get Mr. Smollett to mend it.
We were looking at these holes. What have people been digging for?
Don't you know? This is where Dobie Anderson buried the money he stole from the Wells Fargo office.
Dobie Anderson.
Yes. Dad and Sheriff Enright and the posse caught up with him down by the river. They had a fight, and Dad got killed. Dobie shot him and got away with the money.
Anderson should have been put behind bars years ago.
He's behind bars now. They caught him an hour later, here in Stone Canyon. Only he didn't have the money, and he wouldn't tell where he'd hidden it.
How much money him steal?
$50,000. For a few months, the whole town was digging for it. But they've about all given up, except me.
If you found the money, you'd have to return it.
Mr. Scott, the Wells Fargo agent, said he's going to let whoever finds the money keep $5,000 of it. That's why I'm still digging.
That lot of money for a small girl.
Oh, it's not for me. You see, Ma's sick and my kid sisters have to be taken care of. With Dad gone, well, it's just kind of up to me.
We'd like to help you.
Will you? I've got an extra shovel.
The odds are against finding the money by digging at random. Dobie Anderson must be made to talk.
Sheriff Enright's gonna hang him day after tomorrow.
We'll have to hurry.
You have plan, Kimasabi?
We'd better talk to Enright before we make any plans. Would you like a ride back to town?
Thanks, but I'll just keep on digging in case Dobie doesn't talk.
All right. We'll see you later.
Goodbye. Thanks a lot for wanting to help.
Sheriff, I gave Anderson his chow, but he wasn't very interested.
He's beginning to realize we mean business.
Yeah. Say, is it all right if I go to lunch now?
Oh, sure, but don't stay long. This close to a hanging, I'd like to have both of us on guard.
If anybody tries to spring Dobie, they'll do it at night.
Ken, there's one thing you've got to learn. A smart crook strikes when it's least expected.
All right. I'll hurry. Just a minute.
The deputy just went across to the cafe.
Good. Did you hitch the horses behind the jail?
Yeah, and I got the shovels, like you said.
Then we're all set.
I don't like this daylight stuff. Supposing somebody on the street sees me in the sheriff's office.
With the sun shining on those dirty front windows, you can't see into the office. I checked yesterday.
Got it all figured out, haven't you?
Every move. While you're springing Dobie, I'll be over in the cafe keeping an eye on the deputy.
Well, don't let him come back too soon, because I may have trouble with Enright.
And don't worry about that. Just spring Dobie and get him to show you where that money is buried.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's one thing you don't know.
Yeah?
Before I hired Dobie to rob my office, I copied the serial numbers of every banknote in my safe.
Well, why'd you do that?
Just in case Dobie wanted to double-cross me, I could turn the serial numbers over to the law. Understand?
You don't trust anybody, do you?
Well, not with $50,000. You just take care of Dobie and bring that money back here and no funny business.
I get you.
All right, get going.
Who is it?
Sam Scott. I want to see you privately.
Just a minute, Mr. Scott. What do you think?
Shut up. Get over to your desk.
You're after Dobie, huh?
Turn around and be quick about it.
Now look here, maybe we can
Shut up and turn around.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure you'd come through.
Let's go. The horses are out back. Come on. Don't reach for that.
Huh?
I'm not trusting you with a gun till after I get my share of the dough.
You crazy? I'll need a gun.
I'll give you a gun after you get the dough.
Well, of all...
Come on. Hurry up. We'll travel cross country and keep out of sight.
Let's go the back way to avoid attracting attention.
Maybe him not hear you.
That's strange. Somebody must be guarding Anderson.
Jail door open.
You don't suppose Sheriff Enright?
Him dead, Kimasabi?
No, but he's in bad shape. Looks like a possible fracture.
Make a doctor right away.
Good. I'll do what I can in the meantime.
That Indian came out of there in a mighty big hurry. I wonder if anything's wrong. Hey, what's going on here?
Sheriff Enright's been hurt.
Get your hands up.
But you don't understand.
I understand, all right. See if Dobie's still in his cell. I'll take care of this masked owl hoot.
This mask doesn't mean I'm an outlaw. Enright's my friend.
Don't lie. Get back there. Why not draw your gun slow and drop him?
I'd have done this to the sheriff. Do you think I would have stayed here?
Never mind what I think. Just do like I say.
Anderson's gone.
That's what I figured. This murdering coyote shot Enright and helped Dobie escape.
The sheriff wasn't shot. He was hit on the head. I found him lying here.
If he's dead, you're gonna hang for it.
He's not dead.
He better not be. Sheriff. Sheriff, can you hear me? Who slugged you, boss? Try to tell me.
Man. With mask.
He's blacked out again. But you heard what he said.
He didn't mean me. You're wasting time. Dobie Anderson is probably headed for the money he hid in Stone Canyon.
We'll take care of Dobie. But first I want to know who you are.
I wouldn't advise you to touch this mask.
Now, what's to stop me?
Me stop you. Drop gun.
Nice work, Tonto.
Doctor, come right away.
Good.
Them think you her sheriff?
Yes, but there's no time to explain. We have to hurry.
You won't get far. We'll track you down.
We're going to Stone Canyon to try and catch Dobie Anderson. I suggest you follow with a posse, but don't come out until you hear our horses leave. We'll drop your guns outside. See you in Stone Canyon.
Is this the place?
Yeah. They've sure been tearing up the ground.
I'll get the shovels.
Well, we won't need them.
What?
That's right, Scar. I didn't have time to bury the money.
Then what'd you do with it?
Over this way. I just had time to put this rock in place and stuff some tufts of grass around it. Well, give me a hand, will you?
You moved it before without any help.
What's the matter, Scar? Afraid of getting your hands dirty?
I just don't want you to jump me, that's all.
Why, you...
Come on, let's go. There's a posse out looking for us already.
Well, there There it is. $50,000. It's almost $17,000 apiece. Well, let's go to town. Hey, what's the idea?
I promised I'd give you a gun.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna give it to you, only different from what you thought.
A double cross.
You might call it that.
Wait, you fool. I was expecting something like this, so I fixed it so a double cross wouldn't work.
Don't try to bluff me.
I'm not bluffing. I fixed it so double.
It's all right, Susan. Nobody's going to hurt you.
He killed him. He got the money and then he shot him.
We heard the shots. Now, just take it easy and tell me what happened.
Over there. He's dead.
Take a look, Tonto. Who is it, Susan?
Dobie. He got the money and then the other man shot him and ran off with the money.
Who is the other man?
I don't know.
Can you describe him?
He was tall and had black hair and had a big scar on his cheek. Dobie called him Scar.
Him dead, Kimasabi. Shot through heart.
The man called Scar, after he got the money, what direction did he take?
Dobie said something about getting back into town.
Anything else?
Well, when the man with the scar pulled the gun on Dobie, Dobie said he expected something like that. So he fixed it so the double cross wouldn't work.
What him mean by that?
I don't know, but the man with the scar said he was just bluffing.
Maybe he wasn't.
The man killed Dobie, then take money. That looked like double cross worked plenty good.
Maybe not, Tonto.
What you look for?
They say that dead men tell no tales, but sometimes it isn't true.
What papers say?
Tonto, wait with Susan for the posse. I have to hurry to town.
Why you go?
Here, read this.
Is that it?
Yeah,
What about Dobie?
he's taken care of.
Good. Oh, you can put that away now.
I'm not gonna put it away until I get my half of the dough.
What's the matter with you?
You double-crossed Dobie, and you'd do the same to me if I gave you the chance.
Oh, I see. You know, if you fire that, it'll be heard all over town.
Then don't do anything, and I won't have to fire it. Now let's get the dough counted so I can clear out of here.
Well, very well. Sit over there. We'll count it together.
I never knew there was this much money in the whole world.
Well, half of it's yours. Start dividing it.
Man, oh man, from now on, I'm gonna live like a king.
Yes, this is a great moment, all right. And great moments shouldn't be rushed. I suggest that we relax and have a drink.
Oh, no, you don't.
What's the trouble?
I'm not gonna drink anything around here. I don't want to get poisoned.
Stop being a suspicious fool. There's enough here for both of us.
I'm not taking any chances.
Well, do you mind if I have a drink?
Go ahead. Just remember, I've got you covered.
Well, that would be a bit hard to forget. Oh, it's a pity that you don't trust me. Well, you know, you remind me of a book I was reading the other day. Quite fascinating, too. Might bore you to death, but I found it very interesting.
I'm not interested in any book. I just want to get the dough divided.
Oh, but you will be interested in this one. It goes right to the heart of
Drop that gun.
the best man.
Now get your hands up, both of you.
What kind of a double cross is this?
I don't know. Who are you? What do you want?
The money on that desk. Start loading it into the sack.
How'd you know it was here if he didn't tell you?
I'm not working for Scott. I'm on the side of the law.
Somebody must have told you.
That's right. You killed Dobie Anderson, but he was still able to tell me all I needed to know.
You're crazy. I never...
Shut up. I don't understand. You say that Anderson is murdered?
Yes, and at your orders.
It's a lie.
Not only is there an eyewitness to the murder, there's also Dobie's confession.
Confession? What confession?
Dobie suspected that you would try to double-cross him, so he made sure that a double-cross wouldn't succeed. He signed a full confession naming you as his partner in crime, and Scar as your henchman. If you'd have looked in Dobie's pockets, you would have found it.
You're bluffing.
That's exactly what you said to Dobie, isn't it?
Well, I doubt very much whether it would stand up in court. You'll never prove it.
We too late, Kimasabi?
No, Tonto, you're just in time. Here's your men, Deputy, and enough evidence to hang them both.
Yeah, the Indian showed me Dobie's letter. Mister, I sure had you all wrong. You're a one-man posse. All right, on your feet. You're under arrest.
Did you want to see me, Sheriff?
Oh, yes, Susan. This came for you this morning. It's from the Wells Fargo Company.
What is it?
Well, open it and see.
Golly, it's a check for $5,000.
It's the reward for the recovery of the stolen money.
But I didn't recover it. The masked man captured Scar and Mr. Scott.
I know, but he left a note authorizing me to turn the reward over to you.
Wait until I tell Ma. She'll never have to worry ever again.
That's right, honey. That money will provide good food, good clothes, and a good home for all your family.
But I didn't do anything to earn it.
Don't let that bother you. You've earned something far more important than just money, Susan. You've earned the friendship of the Lone Ranger.
Silver!